And come on in to the hour of slack. Come on. Just step right in, dear friends.
One, two, hogs coming for you. 3, 4, better lock your door. 5, 6, get a cream fill sticks. 7, 8, better stay up late. 9, 10, Bob's coming
With you. We like you and should ignore you, but instead,
Welcome to SubGenius Radio Ministry, Hour of Slack, sponsored by the Church of the SubGenius.
I meant to come back just as I was when you saw me last. The fools wouldn't let me work in peace. I had to teach them a lesson. But why? Why do it, Griffin? Just a scientific experiment at first. That's all. To do something no other man in the world had done. But there's more to it than that, Kemp. I know now. It came to me suddenly. The drugs I took seemed to light up my brain. Suddenly I realized the power I held. The power to rule, to make the world grovel at my feet. We'll soon put the world right now, Kemp.
Yes, dear friends, welcome to the SubGenius Radio Ministry Hour of Slack, presented here by KNOM in this case. Oh, dear friends, it's Halloween time.
Halloweeny.
Yes, it's coming up on Halloweeny time.
It's Halloweeny
the
day.
fun time.
Okay.
You know, my family has worshipped certain religious holidays, and we observe this holiday above all others, as you may well have guessed by now. Halloween is the only one where all the pinks have to go out and act like subgeniuses. Oh yes, where the monster fans rule. And well, we'll be getting into that a little bit later. Not only that, but tonight is the anniversary, the 50th anniversary of Orson Welles' War of the Worlds broadcast. That great radio broadcast that proved for once and for all that the pinks will believe anything. And we're going to try to make them believe that very thing tonight. It was a wonderful thing. And you know, at one point I thought, why, we should do a takeoff. A silly, funny takeoff on the War of the Worlds thing. But then I realized, no, Martian invasion isn't... I mean, friends, there are far worse things awaiting man than death. On November 7th, you'll find out just how bad those things are. But, well, we'll get into the really scary stuff. The love of horror. Horror tonight. Ah, yes. Because we love Halloween so much. And Halloween is the truest holiday, you know. It's more true on Halloween than it is on Christmas. Sorry. It's not that the devil is more powerful. It's just that he's a better tempter, you know, and so is Bob.
No, that was the old tape, dear friends. That was the old.
Bayonne, New Jersey, calling Langham Field.
Yes,
please.
we're here. We're reading you. We're reading. And well, oh, sorry, friend. Tired, beat. It wasn't November 7th we met. It was October 29th. It was hell. It was hell. I got back from doing a show at Bennington College, and they'll never be able to. They can't say the SubGeniuses are a bunch of wimps. I ended up physically throwing 4 or 5 like drunk people off the stage or wherever it was. They ended up finally forcing us to. It'll go down in SubGenius legend. I might play a little bit of the tape of that. Yeah, every now and then somebody books the church into, or a church preacher into a place where they really just want to get drunk and dance to Madonna, and they make that real clear sometimes. I don't like them trying to tell me that when I'm in the middle of delivering the word of Bob. No, sir. You don't mess with Reverend Stang when he's in the spirit. He'll whack you. But, well, I've been wearing my Bob mask all evening. It's Halloween in Dallas, friends. It may not be Halloween anymore in Atlanta or Cleveland or Rochester or Chicago, but it's still Halloween here. And my lovely thing, Civet, came into the station with us. We've been out trick-or-treating. How's your have you gone through the candy yet?
I found a couple razor blades.
Huh?
I found a couple razor blades.
Oh, good. How about the, what was that bit? Did you ever figure out what that bitter powder was on those gumballs?
No, I thought it was sugar.
Now, you said that somebody gave you a little tiny square of paper that had Mickey Mouse on it when you were trick-or-treating?
Yeah, I licked it and I put it on a piece of paper as a stamp.
Oh, okay. Let me mail that one for you, okay, darling? Well, so we're counting out our candy loot here, and luckily, Sister Susie the Floozy did a Halloween show a couple of weeks ago in Atlanta, which has saved me having to queue anything up at all myself tonight, friends. So we're still, but that book's almost done, man. It's about 10 more days, and that's gonna be it. I'll be free. Hey, listen to all that candy, friends. That's the sound effects of a huge bag of candy being dumped out by a small SubGenius child who is just, she's digging through it. She's bathing in candy. She's soaking in it. Hey, you don't want to do that commercial, do you? You gonna do it? Okay. Here goes, friends. Here's a SubGenius rant. You won't get too many hours of slack.
What the hell do you think you're doing, dragging your butt through the day, selling body and soul to a bunch of blind normals, acting stupid so they'll think you're one of them, tired of getting all the guilt but none of the sex? There is a simple answer, dear friend, a glowing beacon of light against the terminal and darkness. It's J.R. Bob Dobbs in the Church of SubGenius. It's us versus them. You're gonna pull the wool over your own eyes, step Bob into your mind, repent, quit your job, slack on price, Bob.
But that's my daughter. She's gonna be the new Marjo, friends. The new Marjo. Well, I won't have to beat her anymore to make her learn.
Let me tell you, I'm so pleased to meet you. The boys and I've been expecting to greet you as guests of honor in the house of the dead. Just relax, lay yourself down, say goodbye to your head. Hidey, hidey, hide. Hidey, hidey, hide. Hody, hody, ho. Hody, hody, ho. Waddy, waddy, waddy. Waddy, waddy, waddy. introduce something real. Deliver me the princess boy and you got a deal. The princess boy and you got a deal. Okay, oh, skip that, dip that, daddy do. Skip that, dip that, daddy do. Skip it, dip it, dip it, dip it, skip that, dip that, dip that, dip that. Oh, dap, 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 daddy, oh. Dap, 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 daddy, oh. Hidey, hidey, how. Hidey, hidey, how. Congratulations, son, you really deliver. This little gal makes me shake and a shiver. Don't think I've forgotten all the things that I've said. Don't worry about your friends, relax, now off with his head. Hidey, 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 hody, 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 daddy, day. Hody, 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 daddy, day. Hody, 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 how. Be nice to me, babe, or you'll regret it. You are my hostage and don't you forget it. The night is early and there's lots to be done. Let's boogie now, come on, we're gonna have some fun. Sail great and sail hell, going another cool spell. Like a shake you know well, funny vacation start smell. Doing in the Sunday summer. Sail heavy, sail great, going cat and run late. Like a quick walk with a shake, down your up or feel away. Doing in the Sunday summer. Dance with the trench you're in. Got a couple lines to kick it in. Shake it hard, shake and spin. Shake those balls right out of your skin. Hey, shimmy, 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 shake, shake, shake. Shimmy, 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 shake, shake, shake. Shimmy, 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 shake, shake, shake. Shimmy, 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 shake, shake, shake.
Now gather round while I elucidate on what goes on when it gets late. Along about midnight, the ghosts and banshees get together for a jamboree. There's a ghost with horns and saucer eyes. Some have fangs about this size. Some short and fat, some tall and thin, and some don't even bother to wear their skin.
I'm a-telling you, brother, it's a fearful sight just to see what goes on in the night.
When the spooks have a midnight jamboree, they break it up with a fiendish glee.
Ghosts are bad, but the one that's cursed is the headless horseman. He's the worst.
When he goes jogging across the land, holding his noggin right in his hand, demons take one look and groan.
Then they hit the road for parts unknown.
Well, there's no rage like a spook that's burned.
The ghost don't like a man, he's really burned.
He swears to the longest day he's dead.
Well, I'll show them that I can get ahead.
Wow, 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 wow. So close all the windows,
Lock all the doors.
unless you're careful, he'll get yours.
Don't think he'll hesitate a bit, cause he'll clip your top if it will fit.
He likes them little, he likes them big. wig. Part 'em in the middle or wear a wig. Black or white or even red. The headless horseman needs a head. With a hip, hip, hip and a clippity-clop. Why, he's out looking for a head to chop. So don't stop to figure out a plan. 'Cause you can't reason with a headless man. With a hip, hip, hop and a clippity-clop. Look out! We know what we're talking about. Believe me. You better watch your cues, but take a look at the people who ignored the old good book. Change your ways, you'll find it pays. 'Cause you can't be a haint if you ain't kind of crazed, I guess you'd say. Take our word, we know what we're talking about. Now, this is a pretty spooky thing we're doing here. You don't mind if I turn on another light, do you? Ooh, boy, that was refreshing. Hey, if the Headless Horseman wants a head, all he has to do is join this church. We got lots of heads here. We got the super sacred Dobbs head, the pumpkin version of which is beaming its leering visage all over us. And there's the bleeding head of Arnold Palmer, which is, oh, that's a ritual all in itself. You ought to see that bloody neck stump arcing over the greedy, leaping hands of the audience. Oh, it's like beach blanket gone bad. Oh, and the other things you heard was Birdsong by Lena Lovitch. It was a love song, but everything she sings makes it sound like it's straight from a funeral. Squeeze It the Moocher from the soundtrack of The Forbidden Zone. That was Danny Elfman in one of his early works. Also in The Forbidden Zone, there appeared the Mystic Knights of the Oingo Boingo. That was before they shortened their name. After that, it was Zombie Samba by the world-famous Pajama Slave Dancers, and Headless Horseman by K-Star. But, there's a head in here, and it is so expanded. Oh, let's crawl in this giant ear here and see what's kicking. Oh, my.
Oh, Susie, you're listening to WREK.
Oh, yeah? What? No, it's,
where we are questioning authority. Question authority. Question the hell out of authority. Question the friggin' hell out of every kind of authority there is, or ever was, or ever could be. Question authority here, over there, everywhere you go, everywhere anyone goes. Question authority. Question the authority of anyone who professes blind allegiance to any authority. Question those who follow leaders without question. Don't follow leaders. Watch your parking meters. Question all those who accept without question supreme authority of any book, text, or dogma. Question anyone with a deeply felt or long-held devotion to any form of authority. Question anyone who loves authority or who loves anyone in authority. Question anyone who loves the thought of being in love with authority and dearly loves all people in authority. Question all those who are powerfully and easily swayed by appeals to sentiment, patriotism, and tradition. Powerful forms of pride quickly become negatives, not because of what they lovingly embrace and uphold, but because of what they sneeringly despise and downgrade. Be highly suspicious of all those who get misty-eyed while watching parades of anything besides clowns. Question the authority of every religion that suddenly sounds very political, and every political party that suddenly sounds very religious. Question all politicians who used to be preachers, and all preachers who used to be politicians. Avoid like hell every grinning, yapping TV pundit named Pat. Question authority's right to be in authority. Question the divine right of kings and popes. Question the constitutionality of presidents and prime ministers. Question the legitimacy of all self-appointed poobahs of any and all ad hoc committees appointed to preserve, protect, and defend the precious, self-evident anality of our United States of normality, and especially question the hell out of the so-called legitimacy, the so-called constitutionality, the so-called humanity, sanity, and basic nose-picking skills of the wackadoodle Cobb County Board of Commissioners, who have conspired, just in time for Halloween, to bring their skeletons out of the closet, dress them in their own dirty laundry, and parade them through the square in Marietta, Georgia, where the handy slogan, family values, clearly means We may not be lynching faggots yet, but that don't mean we ain't gave it some thought. Question anything that is afraid to be questioned. Question anyone who forbids or discourages questions. Question any person or any institution who opposes or flees from dissent, divergence, diversity, creativity, or free thought. Remember free thought? Question every thought, every word, every deed in human experience and in the human imagination. Question yourself continually. Question your own questions. Question every single word I am saying. Question authority. Question the hell out of authority. Question the friggin' hell out of every kind of authority there is or ever was or ever could be. Question authority here, over there, everywhere you go, everywhere anyone goes. Question authority.
Look, up in the sky. A single dramatic piece of the mosaic becomes in the minds of millions the entire picture.
Would you believe me if I told you? It's worse than I thought.
It is basically the nation. It's the people.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, and welcome to Let's Make a Deal.
It's worse than I thought.
The guiding light.
Thank you. Thank you, and welcome to Let's Make a Deal.
It is basically the nation. It's the people.
It's worse than I thought.
People are falling off all the time. Therefore, some people must be walking on it upside down. People are falling off all the time. Why is it that these people do not fall off?
Stubborn! Stubborn, 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 stubborn!
Therefore, some people must be walking on it upside down. People are falling off all the time.
Every Grinch down in Grinchville liked Halloween a lot, but the Who that lived just north of Grinchville did not. The Who hated Halloween, the whole Halloween season. No one quite knows the reason. It could be that he lost a big bet and had an unbelievable gambling debt, or it could be that his underwear was too tight and he was desperate to get laid that night. But whatever the reason, groin itches or wallet pinches, he stood there on Halloween hating the Grinches, staring down from his cave with a sour Who frown at the warm lighted pumpkins below in their town. For he knew every Grinch down in Grinchville beneath was busy now hanging someone capped with a thorny Halloween wreath. He snarled with his fundamentalist fingers nervously drumming, I must find some way to keep Halloween from coming. The Who had quite a vivid imagination, but for only one thing, he had a morbid fixation, which was a full-time occupation of hating other people's imaginations. All the Grinch girls and boys will be carving their Halloween toys, imagine the Who, hundreds of grotesque dolls for voodoo, and fashioning enormous piles of fake dog doo-doo. Then the Grinches, young and old, will sit down to a feast. The young will feast on the old, and they'll feast, 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 feast. Then they'll do something I hate most of all, said the Who. Every Grinch down in Grinchville, the tall and the small, will burn down the local Baptist church, dismember the pastor, and sacrifice his liver on an altar to Satan. The Who's self-righteous indignation knew no end. He made it his whole life, 'cause he had not a friend. Then the Who got an idea, an awful idea. The Who got an evangelical awful idea. I know just what to do, the Who laughed in his throat. I'll drill a few holes in their hellfire boat. I'll fill their dark passions with something mind-numbing. This year I'll stop Halloween from coming. Then dressing up as a mass-murdering psychotic clown, the Who infiltrated the Grinchville town. He stole all their glow-in-the-dark skeletons, their Dobbs head pumpkins, and old recordings of Monster Mash. He took all their candles, their Ouija boards and cash, and the last thing the Who took was the last of their frop stash. But Halloween came just the same, and it came again and again. How could it be so, mused the Who? It came without plastic pirate hats and cardboard black cats. It came without Frankenstein and Dracula's ghost. It came without Trance Chandlers flown in from the coast. Halloween came. It came just the same. It came without devils and witches and hags. It came without commies, New Agers, and fags. The Who puzzled and puzzled till his puzzler was sore. Then the Who thought of something he hadn't before. Maybe, just maybe, Halloween isn't a liberal-inspired, devil-worshipping conspiracy to dupe the youth of our nation into rejecting the ultra-conservative, fundamentalist Christian agenda. Maybe Halloween perhaps means a little bit more. And in Grinchville they say, the Who's brain grew 3 sizes that day, and his penis grew 5 sizes guaranteed the next day. Then the true meaning of Halloween came through, and the Who found the slack of 10 Grinches plus 2. Welcome, Halloween. Bring your weirdness to all Grinches far and near. Halloween will ever soar as long as M80s blow down your door. Welcome, children of the night, with hearts and minds so dark and bright. Halloween is in our grasp as long as we have blood sacrifices to clasp. Halloween will always be just as long as we have perversity. Welcome, Halloween, while we stand, hand cut off and heart in hand.
Oh, my. Oh, that was so pithy. Whew. Let's have some Laika and the Cosmonauts, a Finnish surfabilly band that the Reverend Rex Reverb turned us on to.
Yes, friends, an amazing stretch of Halloween show from WREK in Atlanta. Susie the Floozy and spinning some records, and her friend Reverend Mike Rophone doing that wonderful story, The Who Stole Halloween, and the little media barrage there. It's worse than I thought. And yes, it is, isn't it? Isn't it, TT? That's my girl, my little daughter. She's so sweet. Give me one more kiss, baby. Yeah. Yes. Well, let's see. What happened? What next? We actually don't know. Half the time, we don't know what it's going to be, but, well, it'll be this right now.
Got the doors padlocked. I'll keep him out. Wouldn't you be afraid if I...
Bob.
Somebody's down there with him.
Praise Bob.
What's in my fridge cellar? Someone with a fresh
Oh.
The love goes in there.
When I was younger, back in Parsippany, New Jersey, my daddy, who was on 2 weeks leave from the secret Marines based near a nudist camp outside of Fort Dix, took me to Morristown to have my eyes examined. We sat in the waiting room for almost an hour, nervously thumbing through the magazines. Highlights, Goofus, and Gallant was my favorite, while trying to ignore the occasional muffled screams we could hear coming through the wall. I remember watching Daddy salute some old photo of President Eisenhower in one of the mags and thinking how Ike would have looked better with lipstick and one of those propeller beanies. Wouldn't that be funny? He would have looked like some giant glob of monosodium glutamate, hydrogenated dude. When my time arrived, I went into the doctor's office alone. There was a folding chair over to the side, and the doc said he'd be right with me as soon as he was finished with this last patient. His patient was some gray-haired, clean-cut, middle-aged man who appeared to have a pleasant disposition. He smiled at me and called me lad, and I liked that. The nice man looked through this big machine that looked like it came from Mars and started reciting letters from the alphabet to Mr. Eye Doctor. When the doc pulled the machine away, the nice man leaned forward, opened his mouth wide, and literally bit off the doc's entire face, swinging the now lifeless skin back and forth in his mouth like a dog, and the doc's blood sprayed all over my mom's navy t-shirt. The doc's eyes were dangling in every which way and direction, and his nose was totally gone. His teeth looked like a skeleton, but with tons and tons of pulsating blood flowing from all the torn muscle tissue. He had a ghastly kind of skeletal smile as he gurgled and moaned and knocked into the machines, breaking a lot of glass and making a real mess. The nice man in the chair spit out Doc's face and began swinging from the overhead hanging light fixtures like a chimpanzee, laughing hysterically. Somehow the doc still had his glasses on with the blood spurting all over the inside of the lenses. He needed those funny trick glasses with the battery-operated windshield wipers on them, except on the inside. The doc kind of reminded me of that photo of old Ike, but much more animated and colorful. The nice man soon dropped to the floor, pushed the doc aside, and ran out into the street right in front of a speeding bus, which squashed him like a grape. His glasses flew off just in the nick of time, however, into the gutter. My daddy, always prudent, quickly ran over to the puddle that remained of the nice man and picked up his glasses. Pleased with himself, he approached me and carefully placed them on my face. A perfect fit. I could see so clearly, too, and without Daddy having to spend a penny.
This is the great Zoog's Rift, this lovely little lilting tune, Secret Marines Sex Kitten Party, from Zoog's Rift's album Torment.
all Halloweeny all over. I feel all orange and black. Oh, great things happen this time of year, and let's not just relegate it to one day. Let's let Halloween be every day, every morning when we wake up, say, it's Halloween, baby. So put on those false faces and get out there.
And as the great wings flapped off into the distance, the lights in the house came on, the stars came out. The scariest Halloween ever was over.
We humans do not see with our eyes or hear with our ears, but that we both see and hear with our mind.
People laughed at it because it did appear to be a joke. Good, I'm gonna walk your mind. Good, I'm gonna walk your mind.
Remember, your mind is a rich storehouse of images. You will instruct your mind to do what you want.
So now I've learned to love women, and miracle of miracles, some of them have learned to love me. One came for 15 minutes and stayed for 39 months. That's love. She was the town's bad girl when she came. An alcoholic and a thief at 14. You have to see her now. She's got a light around her.
It's a terrific day, ladies and gentlemen. It's broken and slave now. Andy famous rising to the ground, not quite to the boring man. All the humanity and all the friends.
Close your eyes and relax yourself in the usual way. Picture yourself standing out of doors in a meadow on a warm summer afternoon. You look up. The sky is bright blue with large fluffy clouds drifting overhead. Allow yourself to fully experience this pleasant outdoor scene. Walk a bit, enjoying the lovely day. For some reason, a trampoline is sitting in the meadow. And climb up on the trampoline. You begin to jump up and down on it. Feel the mild sensation of freedom and unrestraint as you begin to bounce. Experience the liberating, flying sensation as you bounce higher and higher. Continue to bounce up and up. Spread your arms and feel the wonderful warm wind rushing past as you bounce even higher. Enjoy the feeling and look about you at the scene below as you bounce higher and higher, way above the trees.
You just slacking off, you get back to it. I wish I could slice over your head, no matter where you are, one at a time. And I could take out your tape and could program into believing you're only worth so much, or you only can have so much confidence. And if I could take over your marriage for 30 days, and you do exactly like I told you,
It's the difference between singing like Frank Sinatra and being Frank Sinatra singing. Try it and you'll see what I mean.
to breathe and how often, what to think and how to express it, whom to know, what to wear, what to study. Then I would take Benzedrine to get me up, somewhat later not much, liquor to keep me up, and then sleeping pills to knock me out. Well, this makes a very short day.
It's a very powerful tool. Try it.
Try the Church of the SubGenius, dear friends. That lovely piece just then was by Reverend Susie the Floozy and Oh Brother Jeff. Something called Mind Truth.
Figured it out.
Oh no, I know you figured it out, Susie, but we can't let you tell them about it. No, I can't believe what you dared to say to begin with on the radio. It's frightening. It's
do? Does Bob yield? Well, if Bob gets wrong and I get wrong, that must be all right. Well, if Bob gets wrong and I get wrong, that must be all right. That must be all right.
You know, things were different in my day. I mean, these kids these days, they walk around like they were zombies. I mean, that's what really makes me mad. In fact, when I was a zombie, things were a little bit different. You know, when we rose from the dead, it was at 6 a.m., not noon. When we ate the flesh of a young woman's corpse, we did it with respect. Respect for the woman and respect for the corpse. And kids these days are walking around with just computerized this, that, video games. I remember back in my day, just to iron clothes, we just had to heat our hands up over a stove and then just rub your hot hand over the clothes. I mean,
well, it's all these body eatings that made people spoiled.
yeah, I remember back in my day, just to even walk to school in the morning, I had to walk across the surface of the sun while swallowing fish hooks. So
that was on a cold day too.
Yeah, in a snowstorm.
You know, the trick of picking chicken is picking what chicken to pick, like this fowl I plucked the other day. Look how plump and funny. I ought to put it out of its misery, but it looks so funny in its little bag with it. You can trick and kick that chicken, but you've got the right chicken to pick. Yeah.
Well, we'll let you go back to sleep.
This has been educational.
And we'll send you a simulfax copy of your words very soon.
Write for another copy of our experimental...
Which you're hearing right now, right?
Get to hear how intelligent and
You're hearing for the very first time the copy of yourself right now.
You're not going to stand up and hear my tape played. You're going to hear your tape played. And there won't be a secretary around to erase a part of it. You might need to just take off and run. Bob's running with the devil. So you're going to run way or the other. One way or the other. What else do you do?
Come on, kids. Honey, well, here we are, the park. Come on, everybody.
Welcome to Synthetic National Park 116B. I'm Jack, your animatronic ranger and guide. Please step on conveyor and press A for Nature Excursion.
Okay.
Kindly direct your attention to the AstroTurf and Fabric Forest. You will notice the mechanized bears are not threatened by us and will not respond in a hostile manner, unlike real bears of the past. And over on the right are 3D computer-generated water birds.
Hey, that's not real water in those rapids, is it?
Of course not. It's basically recycled liquid wastes and salvaged oil spills from tanker accidents dyed blue and white and mechanically propelled by small nuclear rotors for a historically correct effect. We're proud to say it's almost aesthetically perfect as well.
What about the clouds and the blue sky?
Computer-generated.
What about the warm temperatures?
Greenhouse effect. Not bad for New York in February, huh? Yes, thanks to the efforts of one-time President George Bush over 100 years ago, real parks were cleared away and controlled, easy-to-maintain environments like this one were created.
Which park was that?
It was called Central Park, I believe, but I'm only a ranger, not a historian. Please, follow me, folks. There's much more of the park to see.
Having trouble getting the children to eat their food, Mom? Kids complaining that they don't like the taste of fish? Try Mrs. Flabert's deflavored fish, the fish that doesn't taste like anything.
That caviar was great, Mom. Pass the anchovies.
Thanks for dinner, dear. It was tasteless. They didn't taste a thing, and you will too when you serve Mrs. Flabert's deflavored fish, the fish that needs no flavoring.
Marge, that tasted like nothing I've ever had.
Never taste that fishy taste of fish again with Mrs. Flabert's deflavored food.
Waiter, I'd like to try some of that delicious fish.
But you just ate your fish, ma'am.
Oh.
What a catch. Whole fish without the flavor. Try the same fish the fast food restaurants use. Mrs. Flabert's freeze-dried deflavored fish in sticks, cakes, slabs, or bakes. Mrs. Flabert's. That man of yours will say...
What was that, honey?
Question, dear friends. Thanks to Reverend Filippo Abernathy up in Manhattan.
Yes. The boogeyman can't get you, don't worry. Although you can't kill him, he can't get you. You can't kill him, but he can't get you. I must, yet I cannot. Michael? Michael? Oh, Michael Myers, a true subgenius, friends. Well, we're going to talk, as I said, we're going to talk about scarier things. scarier things than the War of the Worlds broadcast or any of those showbiz type thingies, because it is Halloween and we love death. The Day of the Dead. Yes, that's what it is. El Dia del Muerte. Something like that. And, it's because although we Americans treasure health and we rightfully pride ourselves on our heritage of rich land, open air, and clean, pure water, well, my friends, water doesn't pay attention to these national borders. It doesn't salute the flag. It doesn't pledge allegiance. It recycles between the earth, air, and oceans, and between the outside world and our own cells. Our bodies are 75% water. It's our most important nutrient. We can do without food, but we have to have water all the time. Yet, our water has changed. Ah, yes. Mutation, dear friends, and it will change us if we do not restore it to its former purity. So let's not. Let's just let it mutate us, because there's something like 100,000 hazardous waste dumps in our country. And the resulting contamination of our groundwater has helped put carcinogens in the water in 34 states. And discarded chemical wastes have found their wonderful little ways into 400,000 landfills, to the point that near big cities, up to 10% of our groundwater is hideously polluted. Oh, friends, let's praise Bob for that, because that spreads the mutation. That helps to taint the gene pool, that there may be less normals and pinks. Oh, it's wonderful. 63% of our rural water supplies, supplying 40 million people, in fact, are unsafe. And 1 in 5 Americans drink tap water containing excess levels of toxic lead. Oh, we can end up like those Japanese with flippers over there. The mercury poisoning. It's wonderful, wonderful. The same elements that are deadly to insects, dear friends, are also deadly to us. There's enough DDT in the ground to affect us until the year 3000. Herbicides, fertilizers, pesticides, they relentlessly creep into our underground water supplies. And our surface water is tainted with agricultural runoff, with industrial effluents, and urban waste. Why, our rivers, our lovely rivers, have become great sewers carrying arsenic and nitrates.
Speaking of horror, friends, I got this tape here. I just have to play it because it's so horrible. It's worse than, to me, it's worse than, that's worse than just about the worst bad music I ever heard in my life. I don't know who did it. It's on a tape of some radio show from, let's say what the tape said. It says Wavy Gravy WCSB. And WCSB is the station in Cleveland where Lonesome Cowboy Dave has that show, and where you are listening to the Hour of Slack right now in Cleveland. But this is punishment above and beyond. It truly is. Hang in and love it or hate it.
In Scream, Blackula, Scream!
Oh, man, you can tell those guys worked real hard on getting the lyrics just right, huh?
Good cotton pickers, no horn blowers, no horn blowers. What is this? Hey, trumpet ears, come here. Did I tell you I wanted any horn blowers?
Well, no, but,
Well, no but, no sir but.
Well, you said you wanted a full band.
Yeah, that's right. I said I wanted a full band, but not a band full of corn. Now get them horn blowers out of here. All right, let's start again. Isn't this pitiful? Isn't this pitiful?
Phrases and pricks and this is a good friend of mine. I want you to treat this guy just like he was me. He's a good friend.
Well, not that bad.
Hey, asshole, we got $5 for a bottle of coffee.
But you know, it's my fans that made me what I...
coffee will carry you farther than ever before.
I've got my bottle of coffee. It's as big as my head, and I'm ready to drink it.
But, Janie, what were you going to tell the friends of the show?
Well, it's my fans that made me what I am today. Thanks a lot. Oh, no, look at that guy. But seriously.
Well,
but really,
how
does he keep coming up
carry
with
the
these
ball?
Now, here they are, carrying the ball downfield, a little color game.
It's a beautiful ball, rising over the mountains like a shining sun. And the birds are singing. The waterfall is falling. The moose is bellowing in the woods.
Yeah, and the show is
it's for you, I think.
falling all over itself.
Puppet of
in the morning.
And the show is the SubGenius Radio Ministry Hour of Slack. And dear friends, if you would like to write for free information on the pamphlets, books, t-shirts, tapes, and videos of the Church of the SubGenius, this information is free. Just drop us a card or preferably a self-addressed stamped envelope to just address that to old Bob at Post Office Box 140306. That old P.O. box. I just love that old number. 140306 in beautiful Dallas, Texas. And that zip is 75214. Oh, yes. And Civet, did you have anything to say tonight, this Halloween, as we go off the air?
Yes. Father, I do.
That is her statement, dear friends. Ah, yes. The harvest. And this is D.K. Jones, just a lovely little instrumental to get us out. The name of this tune is Hirosaki.
Point Apartments, 3102 Oradell, near the Bachman Lake area. Efficiencies available, 1 and 2 bedrooms, on the bus line, playground available, 3 pools, close to Bachman Lake for your convenience, 5 laundry rooms. For apartment specials, 358-1424, Monday through Friday from 9 to 5:30 or Saturday from 10 to 5 at Pines Point Apartments, 3102 Oradell, near the Bachman Lake area. Cannon and thanks Pines Point Apartments for their support.
Good evening. You are listening to radio station KNON 89.3 Dallas-Fort Worth, the voice of the people. I'm your host, Paul Wilson, and this is the Halloween edition of Celtic Crossroads. And we're going to play as much music thematically for Halloween as we have. Either we will run out of music or we will run out of program first. I'm not really sure which is going to happen. So why don't you stay tuned? We have a few announcements to do. We're going to get through with those and be back in just a minute. And we're going to begin this segment of the program, which will last until about 10:25 or so, with the Pogues. And if your childhood was deprived of the learning of this song, well, I feel sorry for you, because you must have had a happy childhood.
Take him out to freeway to be run over repeatedly like the roadkill that he is.
No. Wait. This bit's boring me. Let's do another routine or whatever you call these things. Besides, the script ran out.
Quite right.
Let's do one where I can talk like I regular do, you know?
Yeah.
Like I mighty like. Damn it.
Okay.
Yeah, there we go. That sounds more like home.